test, I guess.
Oh, so I did end up watching. I watched one of the movies that's nominated for, well, at least supposedly going to be nominated. Yo, hey guys.
Everyone's home. Everyone's there.
Yeah, it's one my girlfriend's best friend whose boyfriend, okay, for a long time has it's his birthday, so
Oh, cool.
we're gonna go out to eat and stuff.
Well, happy birthday to whoever.
Hey, Adrian.
Very enthralling.
Honey, come here. Wash your hands.
Ay, yo, la que está acostumbrada que le digan honey, te voy a lavarme las manos.
Okay, so
Hey, how's it going?
I hear you good.
Good.
So
this is recording right now, okay? And I'm going to be putting this back onto the Villainous Cinema YouTube page so that people are going to be able to see what we're talking about.
okay.
So this is for anyone else that's listening at this point. This is my friend Nick. Nick, would you like to tell everyone who you are?
Oh, yeah. I'm Nick, and I'll be standing in on this podcast for the next who knows how long. Okay, so
this is just a beta test, so we're not even sure that this is actually going to work, but
yeah, I think we should just test today and see how it goes. Okay.
And you're based out of Costa Rica, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but I was in Costa Rica for like October till the end of December in 2019, and I met Nikki, and I call him Nikki, but that's a loving term, not like a bad term. I call everybody like you guys know that I call Zach, Zachariah, Zachy. I call my mom Ma. I just have loving names for people. So if I call Nikki, don't call him that, please. He probably would hate that.
Okay.
But what we're gonna discuss today, I believe, are Oscar contenders. Is that?
Okay.
Unless, but you said that you watched a movie that you did want to talk about, and you wanted to speak to it.
I did watch this movie that's I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is in the contenders. Okay. It was called The Mauritanian.
What is it?
It was called The Mauritanian.
The Martian?
No, The Mauritanian.
Mauritanian.
Yeah. Mauritanian.
It sounds like that unatanium from Avatar. Is that it's not
so,
universe though.
Mauritania is a country in northern Africa, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Did that change my screen when I did that or no? Okay, good. All right.
Your screen's good.
I'm gonna be searching for stuff.
Mauritania is a country in Africa. And anyway, it's a movie. You're talking Jodie Foster. You're talking James Mangold, if I'm not mistaken, his name was.
Okay.
He's done several films. I would have to look it up because I really don't remember as far as like the films that he's previously done.
The predictions.
Yeah.
So these are the predictions for the nominations, correct? Because they haven't actually had the nominations out yet. But yeah, the Mauritanian. Yeah.
Mauritanian. It was good. I originally watched it because the lead actor in that, and you can look up his name if you want to like throw that to the audience.
Yeah, I'm rolling through it right now.
I'm
not trying to ruin the movie for myself, but I mean, yeah. So Tahar Rahim.
Okay, so Tahar Rahim.
Cumberbatch.
Okay, and Cumberbatch is in it too. But the real reason I
Doctor
watched it
Strange.
was Tahar Rahim, okay? Because I had seen a film quite a while back, okay, called The Prophet, okay? And The Prophet was also a jail movie. This essentially is a movie about the what's the word that I'm looking for? It
People
is
like people in jail, like imprisoned,
no.
like Mandela.
Fucking like waterboarding and all that bullshit. What's the word that I'm looking
Torture.
for? What?
Torture.
Torture, but there's another word that I'm looking for.
Torture porn.
I want to say insurrection, but it's not insurrection. It's fucking, what is the word? Rendition.
Rendition. Okay. There you go.
Rendition. Okay. Yes. Okay. So it is a true story about this dude who was supposedly the fucking uncle of the uncle of the uncle of whatever, Osama bin Laden, and he had called his telephone number. They kept this guy in rendition circumstances for like fucking 7 years. Then a court ordered that they had to send him home, and he was spent another 7 years from the time that he was released in fucking jail before he was sent home. His mom died before he got home. All this shit.
So they're making a movie. I mean, but is this like a 3-act movie? Because most movies have 3 acts. So is it like saying like this was his life? This is like a documentary.
No. It was a film. I mean, it was But my point being is that the whole reason that I watched this.
Did you like it though?
The new movie, yes, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna shit my pants over.
Did they make a Nelson Mandela movie? They made a movie about Nelson Mandela.
Mandela, yeah, they made a movie back in, I'm gonna say like 2010, something around that, called Invictus.
Okay.
And it was about the South African rugby team.
Oh.
Morgan Freeman played Nelson Mandela in
That's
that.
the one. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I knew it. I was like, there was something in my head that was like, didn't
Matt Damon,
didn't Morgan Freeman play Nelson Mandela in a movie and as Invictus? So it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, but we're get 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right, be good. If anyone else wants to, you can see what my cat looks like. It's her. Most beautiful kitten in the entire world. Just licking herself. If I was a cat, I would do it. The time being that since Nikki's not on at the time, I just wanted to say that this is a beta test. This is our first official YouTube thing. So you guys be cool about it. Hopefully we're able to do it like live, so that you guys are able to kind of chat with us about the movies too. So that's kind of what this whole thing's about. Obvi, this is what I look like. I only wear these glasses. They're completely messed up because they're my second pair of glasses, because my niece likes to rip them off of my face and break them. They were just the first pair of glasses that I had around, and they are very clunky and they kind of stick to my eyebrow a little bit, but that's my glasses. So it's not a gimmick. Before anybody starts like going crazy about them. Let's check Discord. Maybe I can do Discord too. But yeah, if you guys are ever like, wanting to do like a live, let us know. Like we want to do like a live chat with you guys and we were able to answer some questions.
Okay. So what I was saying was that, so the Mauritanian was decent. Okay. Wasn't anything crazy. But again, my reason for watching was to hear Raheen. Okay. And I had watched a while back, like literally I've watched this movie probably 6 and 7 times over within the years. Okay. Yeah. Because it was so fucking good.
You're talking about Invictus?
No, we're
Oh.
not talking about
Are you
Invictus.
talking the Mauritanian?
Okay.
So you've
So
seen
the
this movie
guy-
7 times already?
No.
Oh,
The
okay.
Mauritanian just came out, but this guy was in a movie previously, a long while back. It was another jail movie. I have a reason that's why they even fucking hired him for Mauritanian, was because of this previous film. Okay.
Talking about the Tahar Rahim.
Okay. Do I have an option to share my screen?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
We're testing this right now. at the
I
moment.
totally do.
You do? Oh, cool. Let's see.
Host disabled. Hey, you disabled my participant sharing thing.
Oh, did I? Hold on.
Yeah. Give me the ability to share my screen. And let me take all the porn down, okay?
You watch porn on your computer?
Of course. Why
Are
would you not?
nuts?
No, I'm kidding. I don't watch porn on my computer.
That's what DVDs for.
That's what a Facebook, that's what for like fucking your phone is for.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So hold on. How do I do this?
I want it so we can look shit up like while we're talking,
Okay, here we go.
you know?
All right. So multiple participants share simultaneously, right? That should be it. Hopefully that's it. Let's see. Advanced sharing options. One multiple. Okay. Dual monitors. Okay. So there we go. You should be on there, right?
Okay, one sec.
You should. It should work. Should work.
Okay, give me a sec. How hard?
I was explaining to everyone too that these glasses are not a gimmick. They were just the first glasses that I could find, and I wear them quite comfortably with the duct tape and everything too, because my niece likes to rip them off my face, and she's broken them in a couple of places. So this
Thank
isn't
you.
like a gimmick thing. So if
Yeah.
anyone's like, "Oh, I love his glasses," it's like, oh.
Okay, let me see. Share screen. See if I can do this.
Because people are actually seeing me for the first time, so that's like a whole new deal.
Okay,
Got it?
share this. I think I got it.
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah, it is.
can you see my screen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So as I was explaining,
Okay.
so first of all, you're gonna watch the Mauritanian. It's decent. It's not anything you're gonna write home about, but the reason why,
Of course, I would not write home because I'm already at home, and they'd be like, "Why are you writing me?"
yeah, that would be questionable. Okay, but so this guy Tahir Rahim, okay, was in this movie called The Prophet. I'm bringing it up on the screen right now. Okay,
Okay.
fucking phenomenal.
Wait, who is
Okay.
that? Is that fucking Nick Jonas? Who's that?
No, are you listening to a goddamn word that I'm saying?
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm joking. Whenever you get mad, I'm obviously joking.
So this guy is in the Mauritanian. That's why I watched it. That's
Right.
only reason I watched it. Okay, because I love this movie so much.
That is Tahar Rahim, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this movie is phenomenal. It's about an Algerian kid who gets sent to jail, and he starts like at super low levels, and by the end of the time that he gets out of jail, he's like the kingpin of the jail.
Can you bring up the movie that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to see that movie too, A Prophet.
Okay. So this is the new movie that just came out. Okay. That is
Mauritanian.
The Mauritanian.
I mean, they couldn't make it more attainable.
Yeah. Okay. So the Mauritanian, Okay, I was wrong. It's this Kevin McDonald, whatever the
McDonald's.
fuck. Okay,
Right.
and
Oh, that's
we're
King of Scotland.
yeah, so we're talking
Okay.
about the director is King of Scotland.
Yeah, I love that movie.
State of Play was not bad. It makes sense for the Mauritanian now.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense, man,
So-
because that movie was fucking awesome. So yeah. That
What?
that one
Last
did
King of
Last King
Scotland?
did Last King of Scotland did that win an award or no? You know?
I'm sure of it. I remember I watched that in the theaters when it came out. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Gillian Anderson, remember? Yeah. Oof. Yeah,
Anyway.
some Scully.
anyway, point being, Mauritanian coming back. Mauritanian, okay. But
But it's
actor-
Kevin McDonald. He's a Scottish.
yeah.
Scottish. He's from Glasgow.
But what I'm saying is it's definitely worth watching. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, this actor is definitely worth paying attention to.
Okay.
Okay. And I would furthermore super recommend to watch The Prophet. Okay.
Okay. Over the
Um,
Mauritanian.
Oh, easily better.
Did the Prophet win any awards or no?
Oh, I'm positive about that.
Yeah.
Like, it's done by
Jacques Perrin or no? Jacques Ade.
okay,
Am I
so
saying
this
that?
guy's
My
name
French
is
terrible.
Jacques Audard. Okay.
Jacques Ade?
He actually, you probably recognize him from this movie that just recently came out not too long ago.
The
in
Sisters Brothers.
2018.
Oh, I actually did not see that one, but yeah, it does look like the kind of movie that I would enjoy. Yes.
But I'll tell you
'Cause I like
this,
stupid movies. You know that, right?
it is just not that good. Okay.
It wasn't.
But
That's a shame.
this guy's work is really fucking good.
Okay.
Okay. Like The
What's
Prophet.
what's that? What's that one? Okay, what's that one down there? That's the Rust.
Prophet was the
Rust and
first one
Bone?
that I watched.
Rust and
personally.
Bone. What is that down there? What is that?
Just wait.
Okay.
The Prophet was the first one that I watched of him personally. Okay. But then I've watched a bunch of his films and they're all fucking great. Okay. Like The Prophet is phenomenal. Rust and Bone is really good. Deepan won the Golden Bear at the Cannes Film Festival for that year.
Okay.
He's just really good. But I reiterate to this point that again, I was only interested in watching the Mauritanian for 2 reasons. That A, it had Jodie Foster, and 2, that it had this guy Tahir Rahim, okay, that I knew from the past has done phenomenal acting work, okay, just fantastic. And it was the only thing that would make me sit through a fucking movie with Shailene Woodley.
You know what's really weird about too, and I mean, and this is me speaking to the movie because I have not watched it, right? But me speaking to the movie, so this is about a Ugandan, right? Which is it's an African place, right?
This, yeah. To
Okay.
my knowledge, it's an Arabic African nation. Is
Yeah, and
Mauritania.
this man or the Tahir Rahim is definitely a white person, right?
I'm sorry?
He's definitely a white guy, right?
What the direct? I'm sorry.
So the Tahir Rahim is a white man, right?
I mean, he's a
Whitish.
white man, but he's Arabic. I'm not exactly sure. I think he's Algerian, bro.
Oh,
But here I can do it. I can find this. Okay. Tahar Rahim, yeah. So this is exactly as I expected. was born in France, but you can tell by, his complexion and his like the way that he looks, okay, that, at least from what I can tell, and I'm saying this because, my mother grew up in France, after World War II. And so, like that's like a
Like
common
after the
knowledge
whole
of
Normandy
mine.
thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're talking like soon after that, coming into the 70s, 80s, and 90s, like when there was the huge French riots, of Algeria. I mean, well, first of all, have you seen the Battle of Algiers? If you
No, I
haven't,
mean,
you're
I
an
mean, I
idiot.
know about what happened there, but I didn't watch that movie. No.
Okay, well then, I mean, the Battle of Algiers is, considered one of the great pieces of cinema. Okay.
I
Here.
need to watch that then.
So
Like I said, like whenever like when a lot of these movies, and that's why we're talking about. Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah,
so
that's why I wanted to actually ask you, because you like good movies.
I like to think that way. Yes.
Yeah.
I like to
And
think
in
that
which
I
case,
like
like
good movies.
I like bad movies, in which case, like a lot of people think are good movies, but the people that think that good movies are bad movies, there's just a conflicting opinion, you know. But yeah, I haven't watched a lot of these. I didn't watch
I
them.
think that okay, like you can ask me, like, oh, did you like the movie?
Ah,
Yes, I liked the movie. That's my opinion, whether I liked it or not. Okay. Um, and then you ask me, is it a good movie? Well, just because I like something doesn't make it
doesn't mean
good.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Like I always bring up the example of the Sistine Chapel. People don't question whether it's good. It's just common fucking knowledge.
I like how you said that.
It's just common knowledge.
It's
The
like,
Sistine
we
Chapel.
don't ask if it's good. It's
Yeah,
just there.
like,
It's a masterpiece.
okay, now
Okay,
whether
good.
you like it, okay, fine. You don't like it. That's perfectly fine. But just because you don't like it does not make it bad.
Right. Doesn't make it bad, doesn't make it good. I mean, like, I myself fall asleep every single time that somebody's like, oh, the greatest film of all time is Citizen Kane. And I'm like, have you tried watching that shit? God, fucking put me asleep, man.
Like,
Like
don't
watching golf.
fucking diss Citizen Kane. It is fucking great. And if we're gonna talk about Citizen Kane, The Third Man, I could easily say is even better.
What was that? What was that? There was one old movie that I really got a kick out of. And it wasn't Bullet. It was shoot.
If you think
What's
that
that
Bullet's
one?
an old
12
movie,
Angry Men.
that's phenomenal. Like,
Yeah, I love that one. I
And
love that movie. And that's like one of those times where like Evan likes a good movie. That's what it basically is.
for me, and I studied that movie a lot, okay, because I think it is the best example of how to create and how to tell a story, okay, in a limited amount of space.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's
Like, for me, that movie's phenomenal. You told the whole fucking story in one goddamn room,
yeah, which is hard to do, by the way.
which is really tough to do.
Very
Like, you
hard to
need
do.
to have really capable actors. Okay. You need to have amazing dialogue. Your camera work needs to be epic. All that stuff. Like needs to happen. In order for you to tell a story like 12 Angry Men.
Which I think is like one of the best shoot. I don't know. Like that, I'm not a courtroom drama. Let's just call it like it is what it is. It's a courtroom drama, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So I myself am not a big fan of courtroom dramas, like Matlock, shit like that. But that was a movie that I was watching. I'm like, oh, I am enthralled right now. I'm into this. There was another movie that like, and I hate to go like too far off base, but there was a movie called A Few Good Men.
Yeah. Fucking A Few Good Men is like one of the great fucking crime, military, justice films of the 90s.
Such a great tool. Like if
And
you put
probably
it, if
one
you
of the
put
best
that bullshit
movies
on
that Tom
paper,
Cruise ever
if
came
you
out
put
with.
that bullshit on paper and you send it to your boy, and I'd be like, fuck this movie. This sounds fucking boring as fuck. But the way that they did it, the way that it was accomplished, that's what makes it brilliant.
I mean, it's
The way
really
the way it was
good.
done.
Like A Few Good Men, I think in my opinion, is the best Tom Cruise movie that ever came out.
Really? Over Top Gun?
I mean,
Risky
easy.
Business?
Yeah, easy. I mean,
I have no idea if it's Scientology or whatevs, but Tom Cruise,
I
if he
think
makes
it's
a movie,
Scientology.
it's automatically like a hit. It's already a blockbuster if he makes a movie. I don't know how it happened. I don't want to know how it happened.
I can
I don't
tell
want
you
to know
how
how
it
it happened,
happened.
but I'm not trying to peel back that scab. But
Do you want me to tell you how it happened?
sure. But yeah,
So, what would be the biggest film markets in the world?
China,
And
Hollywood,
okay, and
porn,
you're missing one.
exploitation films.
No, think of it. They dance a lot. They sing a lot.
Oh, musicals.
No, you're missing it again. Bollywood.
Oh, Bollywood. Okay. You're saying Tom Cruise is from Bollywood?
No,
Oh,
I'm just exemplifying the three biggest markets in the world.
okay.
Okay.
Right.
Hollywood, Bollywood, and China.
Right.
Okay.
And porn.
Probably. I remember I was flabbergasted when I talked to one of my friends who was a technologist.
Mhm.
Okay. He was like a fucking computer wizard dude. Anyway. And it was explaining the
Can you
internet
switch
to me.
back to where it's the two of us?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Yeah, because I'm letting you like roll this. I'm just wondering if it's gonna record this entire just you and me up here at the top.
Okay.
There we go. All right, cool.
Anyway.
No.
So
By all means, like if we do need to look something up, it's good that you have that capability to do that. I think it's good.
I like to do that because I think it's more interactive.
People can see what you're talking about. Which is good.
Yeah, and I never have all the information in my head. So
Right. No, me neither.
okay, so what I was gonna say was the three biggest markets. Oh, okay. I was tracked off on another tangent. So
You're
this
saying like how Tom Cruise.
no, so this technologist wizard dude friend of mine, I remember my mind was blown when he said that if porno did not exist, the internet could not exist. Would fucking like just drop.
Would disagree.
Okay. Would like just literally, if you took all the porn off, the internet would crash.
I'd crash. I mean,
And I was flabbergasted by the concept. He was like, no, not that like, oh, people's minds would explode. I'm like, he was literally trying to explain to me that the internet, if you took all the porn down, would not work.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all hail Brazzers.
Yes, basically.
Hail
Okay.
Brazzers. No, I
But
mean like all this
coming back-
software.
Coming back to
sharing
my
and everything going
point
on
of
comes from porn.
Tom Cruise and why is every movie that he in a huge hit? Well, it's because he's a massive star in China. Okay, it's the same reason why is every movie that Nicolas Cage comes out with a massive hit? Well, it's because he's a huge star in China.
Oh, he's just an amazing actor.
Yeah, sure.
You can't listen. Let's not start spreading our Nick Cage hate just yet. Okay. 'Cause
Okay.
I have a lot of
But-
luck with that man. He's making a lot of really good decisions. Sort of.
Making a lot of bad ones too.
Well, there you go. I mean, you know what? At least he's making decisions though. You know, and he's writing his own tick. You know what I mean? Like, what was the first Nick Cage movie that you ever saw? I know mine was Raising Arizona, and I was immediately like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he so awesome? And then he went on to blow up after that.
Like the first one that I liked him in, or the first one that I saw him in?
Either one.
The first one that I truly liked him in was probably Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh wow, okay. The one where he drinks himself to death?
Yeah, that's the first time that I actually saw him act.
I think he won an award for that, right? A few awards.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Was that
if he
Elizabeth
didn't,
Shue in that? I think Elizabeth Shue was in that.
I'm sorry.
Elizabeth Shue was in that, right? Who's the hooker?
I don't know. I thought. here, a second.
Adventures in Babysitting, Elizabeth Shue. Marty McFly's girlfriend, Elizabeth Shue. I'm probably wrong. I might be right though.
I don't know.
I don't care enough to look it up.
Yeah, me neither. That's crazy that they're are they still thinking of making a fucking reboot of Back to the Future?
God, I hope not. They shouldn't have even made the third one. That was just like, that was a cash grab. 3 was a cash grab. Like, because you're just vomiting up the same story. You know what I mean? Like, you're not, why would you make a trilogy, right? You're trying to tell a story.
Oh, and I told you that they had a fucking Tremors fucking.
Oh yeah, no, we did. I did Tremors 7, Shrieker Island on the podcast. I'm well aware of the Tremors series.
Okay.
I watched because okay, so I know that you don't think this, but I am an actual journalist, right? So when people are like sitting there saying to me, they're like, okay, we're gonna do Tremors. We talk about Tremors. I'm like, well, we don't have to just talk about Tremors. I'm going to talk about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all of them. You know, because I have to figure out what's going on. So we got to Tremors 7, Shrieker Island, and I was like, well, this is the only one that we should be talking about because this is fucking nonsense. Also kind of good. Depends on how you look at it. But that's what I said too, is that like we sit here and we talk about movies that we did not make. So I'm sure that the filmmakers like had like different ideas and shit. I mean, unless you're setting out to make a purposely bad movie like a Sharknado or some shit, which I'll still talk about, but. Oh God, no. Oh shit. Oh, thank God. Just let it be in peace, man. Like there was
No,
some,
but-
like someone asked me on Twitter the other day too, man. Or like, what is one movie that Hollywood should not try to reboot? And I fucking said it flat out. I was like, The Goonies. Never, ever, ever try to remake The Goonies. That would piss all over my childhood. And that they would probably do it. Now, I'm sure there's a fucking script out there that somebody's like looking at being like, oh yeah, let's
I mean, look,
let's do it
I'm
with
gonna
the Stranger Things cast.
I'm gonna point this out before I start talking. Okay.
Tom Holland's a badass.
No. Fucking blows like my nuts.
Oh, you don't like Tom Holland? What are you nuts?
No, I mean,
Tom Holland's amazing.
like, first of all, what is he doing that I'm supposed to be impressed by?
Spider-Man?
Okay, they've done already too many fucking ones. Like, go fucking find a new story, pieces of shit.
You gotta admit he's better than Tobey Maguire. You know, even
Yeah,
though
but-
although
but
Tobey
as
Maguire
a-
wasn't part of the Pussy Posse,
As I will tell
Tom
my
Holland's
girlfriend
much-
all the
Tom
time,
Holland's much better actor.
fucking telling me one thing, okay, telling me Andrew Garfield or fucking Tobey Maguire or whatever
Garfield's
is
very
not a
underrated.
high fucking bar.
Poor Andrew Garfield. Because that was just a complete total shield. Like the Amazing Spider-Man movies were just there to keep the property with Fox, so that they wouldn't have to sell the rights.
I mean, it's just like I hate reboots.
They're going to no wait, hold on. Okay, that's not Tom Hardy's. If they're going to cast Tom Hardy as fucking Marty McFly, that's not his fault.
But like, come on. I mean, you got to admit, look at the fucking uncanniness.
I mean, but still,
Like, if you're gonna fucking if you are going to cast
shouldn't be.
one person, it's fucking Tom Holland. That's it.
I just don't
Like that opportunity. If you're gonna reboot it, like the time is now.
Have like an original fucking idea. You know what I mean? Like, why are we rebooting Back to the Future?
Okay, but my point is,
Why
if
don't
you're
you just
gonna
continue
reboot
the
it,
story and whatever? But it's like, oh, we're gonna tell the same story again. We already have our Spider-Man origin story. We already have our Hulk origin story. We already have our Thor origin story. It's like, yeah, but we need to tell everybody how it started. It's like, no, we don't. Just continue.
my only point.
Start something new.
Only point is that yes, I hate reboots. I think that they should let sleeping dogs lie. You know, just let it there. Fucking, if you want to watch a movie, it is not the worst thing in the world to watch an old movie. Trust me. Okay? But if you're gonna do a reboot, you better do it now. And your opportunity for casting somebody that is so perfectly positioned in the Marty McFly is not going to come around again.
Right. Well, you see, but that's one of the things that some movies, I don't think any movie should ever be rebooted, and I'll tell you exactly why. Is that the movie's there, it's in our lexicon, it's in our wheelhouse. We know what's happened. We know that is something that happened. The only way to do it would be like to like do it better. In which case, like it would be like here's the director's cut. You know, release the Snyder cut. You know, of Justice League. Still a fucking same movie. I mean, like it's just it's a couple extra scenes in there. But it's like, do we have to reboot the Justice League again? Apparently they are. So I'm like, dude, it's a stupid story. There's nothing to it. It's just vapid nonsense. Like it would be like them saying like, hey, we're going to reboot the Transformers series. It's like, why would you even make a Transformers fucking movie?
Okay. Here's a
they're
really
like,
good example.
we'll sell some more toys. You know, the merchandise sales alone will be, you know, big from Ghostbusters. But why would you even reboot Ghostbusters?
Okay. I got something for you.
Did you ever watch that one, the 2016 Ghostbusters remake?
Fuck no. Why would I put myself in 2 hours of bullshit?
I literally started the podcast just to fucking ring out that movie, and I never even watched it.
No, like fuck no, I didn't watch that shit.
I just.
But here,
I know enough about it to be like, yeah, no.
What here?
It sounds very callous of me to do that, but I'm pretty sure that that's like an hour and a half of my life that I would just try to murder myself at the end of it.
1 second.
And that's coming from me. Oh, hold on a second.
Oh man. No, but I was gonna point out these as really good examples. Okay. Have you ever seen this, Solaris?
What?
Have you ever seen this?
Yeah, I did. Mhm.
Okay. Did you ever see
They,
the
they did a remake of that one too, right? With George Clooney.
Yeah, for no fucking reason whatsoever. I haven't even seen it, but what's the reason when you have like probably one of the best fucking sci-fi movies of all time?
No, legit though. Like I'll literally watch anything with George Clooney in it.
Like I am a fan of George Clooney. I like him in his comedic roles, in his not so much comedic roles. You know, I think he's good, and he
What's your
makes.
favorite? What's your favorite George Clooney movie then?
Hmm,
I'll tell you mine.
that's really tough.
You know, you already know which one I'm thinking of. You already know.
I have a feeling, but tell me.
I want you. Okay, I'll give you 3 guesses. What my favorite George Clooney movie is?
No, I don't want to guess.
Really, you don't?
No.
I'll give you a hint. Quentin Tarantino is in it and plays his brother.
Oh yeah. Until Dawn?
From Dusk Till Dawn, baby.
Fuck, that sucks.
What is it? What?
It's okay.
This is where okay. This is where our disconnect comes. It's like you're
It's
over there saying
okay, but
you're over there saying that From Dusk Till Dawn sucks, and I'm sitting here
no,
saying,
I mean
"No,
it's
it doesn't."
okay. It's okay. Even you and me can admit that was at the fucking early point of both of their careers
I think
where
it
they
was his
weren't even that good yet.
It wasn't his first. Was that his first full length?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it might have been, but it was around the time that ER he was on ER and he was trying to read.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad.
Great
What
movie.
I'm saying it's okay. That
It's
was
okay.
early on in his career
It's my
when
favorite.
when like not only
I watched
Quentin
it.
had just started his career, Robert had just started his career,
Right.
and George had just started his
Salma
career.
Hayek,
Like, nah, I'm sorry.
Juliette
It's not
Lewis,
that great.
Harvey
Okay,
Keitel.
here's what I can tell you on
Come on, man. You got
what's my favorite.
From Dusk
It's
Till
gotta
Dawn.
be
Shit.
my favorite. It has to be Oh Brother Who Art Thou.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We're out there. Which is the story of
Between
Odysseus.
that and
in
the
southern Mississippi.
fucking the one where he's the father in Hawaii and the fucking wife dies and he's got the kids.
No, I didn't see that one.
Defendants, I think it's called.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. He made a slew of movies that I have not seen. There was one that was like about him that he was like a Secret Service agent trying to stop a missile from hitting the United States or something.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of fucking terrible movies, but I'll agree with you on that. Okay, so Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is your favorite, which is top notch in my dude. That was my favorite movie for a very long time. Great
I'm just
soundtrack
saying,
too.
I'm not
Amazing
huge
soundtrack.
on comedy. Like comedy's probably not my favorite genre personally. Okay, but that is
Well, it's
like
the Coen Brothers. It's easily one of the Coen Brothers. best movies.
at top notch.
Right.
Okay, and it is George Clooney at the top of his game.
Can you,
Not
switch,
to
can you switch back
mention,
to? Can you switch back to where it's just you and me on here?
yeah.
Tired of looking at Solaris. That guy George Clooney making out with somebody. Yeah, but I mean, like,
you
okay,
have,
so
like,
Oh Brother,
a
Where Art
lot of
Thou?
people-
I mean, we can run down our Coen Brother movies like right now. I'll be like right off the bat. I mean, I think I already said Raising Arizona, right? So, but that's not even top 5 for me. It was just the first Nicolas Cage movie I ever saw. So Big Lebowski, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Let's think about some more. Fargo. Shoot. And then I like that's the top 3 for me right there.
Okay.
What
easily-
what would you say?
Easily Fargo at the top.
Okay.
Okay, easily. Like for multiple reasons, like through their manipulation of media, through their fucking putting in the true story when it wasn't one, just to manipulate the fucking emotions of the audience. Okay.
Very,
Like-
very Blair Witch of them.
Like so many cool fucking things that they did on that movie, not to mention the difficulty that it is to shoot white on white.
Right.
Okay. And that whole fucking movie is white on white. Okay.
That's why it's called Fargo, because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it's just white
And
sky, white
and
snow.
that they're not
Delicious
even in
characters.
Fargo when they're talking about Fargo.
It's a brilliant movie.
Like it's brilliant. Okay.
Brilliant movie. I've
But
yeah, okay.
The second one would definitely be Big Lebowski, and the third would definitely be Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
So here we go. All right. So funny thing about Big Lebowski, the connect that I had, I went bowling last night, and that's why I'm a little late to this call, is because my my girlfriend, she was she got really pissed off because I had asked her to go get, I was like I'm gonna get you an Uber to come hang out with me, and she was like okay, cool, get an Uber, whatevs. And then my boy Rolando called me up, and he's like, hey man, you want to go bowling? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. So I went rolling. I called it rolling the entire time, but you know, and I went bowling because I hadn't bowled in a long ass time. The entire time I was just yelling out, over the line. It's just just to random people. But yeah, the biggest part that I love about the Big Lebowski and Fargo is Steve Buscemi. His character in the Big Lebowski, John Goodman, Walter, is constantly saying, Donnie, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. You're just a piece of shit. Because in Fargo, he just would not shut the fuck up the entire time. So they wrote a part for Steve Buscemi for someone to tell him to shut the fuck up.
Like, look,
I'm like,
I personally find if you're gonna compare the script
it's so
and
brilliant.
dialogue,
Like such like there's so many levels, man. There's so many levels to it. It's amazing. The Coen Brothers movies are amazing.
like the Big Lebowski's script and dialogue is like by far probably the best movie they've done.
I mean, I saw it in the theater and I thought it was complete shit. When I saw the Big Lebowski in the theater, I was like, what the fuck is this nonsense? Like this is just dreary. It's like someone pissed on a piece of paper and made a movie. You know, I talked so much shit about it, and then went to Full Sail, graduated, started learning about movies, and everyone was like, dude, you need to fucking watch this one. You need to watch this one. No, I'll take another peruse. I'll look at this one. And I watched it for, I think, like the second time, and I was like, oh, this is fucking brilliant. This is like a brilliant movie where it's just like the Coen brothers know how to make like who taught them how to make movies that way. That's what all I want to know. It's like you got two brothers sitting there contemplating a movie, and they're like, well, how do we pull this off?
Well,
And
first, it's a whole group of people, and two, it's a lot of times it comes down to, you know, luck and what works and what doesn't. You know, it's.
I mean, it
really-
didn't work. I mean, it was a huge box office failure, but now people revere it as one of the greatest movies ever made. Strange how that happens, right?
Have you watched The Big Sleep?
No. Is that
Okay.
Coen?
Well, then you should watch it.
Is that Coen Brothers or
No, but it's literal.
what's it about?
It's essentially the inspiration for Big Lebowski.
Okay.
It's an old Humphrey Bogart movie. Like literally, that's like the Big Lebowski, the Big Sleep. Like that's they took it from a genre of films. They took that whole fucking noir murder mystery thing from a specific genre of films, and there was a whole line of films like in
It's
this
called The
certain
Big Sleep?
period yeah, about the during a certain period of time in film where it was always the Big Bang, the Big Sleep, the Big something, as the movie title,
Right.
thinking that, because they were putting big in it, like more people would go.
Yeah.
But it's a coin to a certain genre of films. It's a coin to even a specific film.
1946.
Like even that curvy, fucked up like scene where they go down the like stairwell or whatever it is.
I need to watch this. Wow, Lauren Bacall. Oh yeah. All right, I'm in. Martha Vickers? Are you kidding? Awesome. Yeah, you watch this.
I mean, I personally prefer the Maltese Falcon, but
Maltese.
hey,
The Maltese.
yeah, the Maltese Falcon.
Yeah, that's the only thing that Malta is known for, besides short men with unibrows. But
Yeah, so
dude, I love that painting in the background. What is that?
what this?
Yeah. Do you draw that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
I did that about a year.
I just got pictures of my stupid family behind me. That's like so cool over there.
Yeah, I got like that one. So,
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot that you're like an exceptional artist. Forgot about that. Do you put your stuff on Etsy? Do you want to plug anything, or do you want to sell any of these paintings?
yeah, I would.
If the offer's right.
Yeah, I would.
Well,
Work is hard.
what I'm hoping for is for us to do this live so that we can actually maybe auction off some of those things. But yeah, if we do this live on YouTube or Facebook Live or simulcast on both of them, this is what this is. It's a beta test so that anyone else that's watching right now, like we have no fucking clue what we're doing. But what I'm doing is I'm going to use this, cherry pick this part and be like, this is the beta test on what we're going to be doing. In which case, I would love to do it live. Love to. So I just got to figure that part out. And as soon as we do that, I heard that Twitch streams are really, really popular right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what all the cool kids are doing these days. So I don't know why I'm not involved. Probably because I'm old. But
Yeah.
whatever. It's not like I'm planning on, like changing the world or anything. Oh, did you read my review of Dread?
No, I didn't.
Did you ever see that movie?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay. Yeah, it's not your type of movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made my girlfriend watch it the other day and she was like, this is stupid. I was like, oh, well, whatever. It's Judge Dredd. It's not as bad as the Sylvester Stallone one.
I seen the Sylvester Stallone one. So
You like that one? I had to buy it on. I had to buy it on.
I mean, when it came out, you're talking
Also, I was
about.
like, well, I'm writing an article about the Carl Urban one. I gotta have the one of Sylvester Stallone on VHS. Duh. Paid like $5 for it.
I mean, all I can say is that came out when I was like probably 15 or younger. I might have been
like
younger.
Rob Schneider's best movie.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
He's been in a lot of shit.
I mean, but of course, it's one of the shitty movies by
Sly.
Sylvester, and everybody.
Call him Sly. All his friends call him Sly, so I call him Sly too because I'm his friend.
Sly.
What's up, Sly?
That's cool.
I know you're a big time. You're an avid listener. So what's up, Sly? Shout out to you.
Yeah, so anyway,
if Sylvester Stallone ever fucking saw this, he'd be like, oh, I'm blocking this motherfucker immediately. I'd be like, shit.
Sly.
Again, Sly,
Sly's
listen,
super cool.
hey, it's no slight against you
Yo, rock climber movie, like that wasn't too bad. Okay.
What cliffhanger?
Yeah,
Rock
cliffhanger
climber?
wasn't. Yeah, climber dude wasn't.
Oh, rock
that
climber.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, rock climber, fucker dude, whatever. It
Uh,
wasn't that bad, Sly.
you know, I thought for a minute that I was taller than Sylvester Stallone, but apparently we're the same height, 5'10". It was Tom Cruise that's 5'5" that I would just tower over. I mean,
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone and I could be like eye and eye, you know, be like, hey, same height, What's up? Cool. Eye contact, cool. But for Tom Cruise, you'd have to look down. I have girlfriends that have been taller than him.
So yeah.
Most of
Like-
them. Yeah.
I mean, most people
that's
are
sad though. It's
over-
sad. I mean, I'm not trying. Also, Tom Cruise, a big fan of this channel.
like, I mean, most people are taller than 5'5".
It's 5'5".
Okay.
That's what
Like-
pilots say to each other. Pilots say that they're like, hey, is it 5'5"? 5'5". 5'5". Tom Cruise. He's very short, man. But apparently Sylvester Stallone is not. He's medium sized.
He's medium size.
I mean, like I like to think of myself as medium sized. I'm like 5'10".
I guess, yeah. There's like really small people, like shorter, and he's not a midget.
Shredder. Not Super Shredder. That was
I
fucking,
said
Kevin Nash.
shorter.
Super Shredder. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Use.
What
Are
were
you
so
not a fan of
bad.
this movie?
Those were.
I mean, you
awful.
should be. You really should be, because it's like the perfect amalgamation of secrets and pizza and ooze, apparently.
Ninja
So,
Turtles. were cool when I was young.
so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze is a movie where they try to explain to you how the turtles came to be, and there's a huge secret that is never talked about, which apparently is like what the title is of this movie. Is it a good movie? No. Is it one of my favorite movies? Yes. Is it an awesome movie? That's where I want you to tell me.
No,
Say yes. Just say yes.
no, no.
No. Teenage Mutant.
No.
Okay. This is where our disconnect is, Nikki. All right.
I
I'm
mean,
telling
do
you.
you like it? Yeah, sure, but it doesn't
You.
make it an awesome movie.
Okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. You're saying that it's not a great movie?
It's correct.
You're gonna get so much backlash, man. You do realize your audience is mostly people who have watched this film as children.
Like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies have always
Explain to the students why.
they've always sucked. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what you're supposed to like or what you're not.
Did you literally just tell me that the the whole premise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, that's not
Stupid?
what I said. That's not what I said at all. What I said was that all of the feature films that they have done about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have sucked.
Wow, all of them, huh?
Yes.
Okay, but
I mean, I'm
but you're
talking
not saying the TV show.
No, like the TV show was
the cartoon
great.
from the 80s. You're
Yeah.
saying is on point. That's like they should have just stopped there.
That's on point. On point as fuck.
Okay.
And the way that the story really originally was built and should be told. is in an episodic way.
Well, you do know that originally Eastman and Laird had created it where none of the Ninja Turtles had different colors that would identify them. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, like pizza was never a thing in the comics either. That was just something that was added. Did you hear about the new comic series that's I guess it's like a graphic novel. It's called The Last Ronin, and it's about the last team, like all of the brothers have been killed except for one.
To come back to this, like, remember the first movies they came out were like in the 90s, I think.
Yeah, well, I think 90 was the first movie.
Yeah, like something around there.
Yeah,
and I remember seeing it when I was a kid in the theater.
I did too. I saw it multiple times.
And I loved it.
I remember seeing Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That was the first movie I ever saw.
I saw the follow-up.
First movie I saw was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The second movie I ever saw was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Anyway, so I saw them both, like that one and the sequel to it, in the theaters when I was a kid, and I loved them both. But
I also love Street Fighter too, so I mean that speaks volumes about me.
But you know what? I love the Milo and Otis. When I was
the one about the cat and the dogs.
Yeah. Okay.
Cat and the dog, right?
It doesn't make them good movies. They still suck, man.
What's the one with Michael J. Fox? That was Homeward Bound, right?
Yeah.
Where he played Chance, the bulldog. I'm not saying that these movies suck, but they're stuck in my brain because they exist. And the things that are in my brain that did not exist go away as soon as I say, like, listen, I'm talking about a movie. I just need somebody to tell me that this movie actually does exist. And that sort of verification is very important.
Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, I have nostalgia about some movies, and you know, there's some movies that are okay for your own opinions.
Highlander.
Okay.
Would you say Highlander is a good movie?
No.
No.
It's not.
You can get so much hate for. I'm so glad that we're doing this YouTube series because send all your hate mail to me. He just took a shit on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Highlander.
I mean, we digress. Okay.
Yeah, these are terrible movies. Terrible.
Anyway, like, these are. What I said was they're not good. I mean, they're not good.
Right.
There's better storytelling.
Except for the fact that in The Secret of the Ooze, you find out that it's actually the secret of the ooze is what made them turtles. So it's a perfect script.
No, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, it was an awful movie. Like
they already tell you in the title.
What do you want me to tell you? It's just because it accomplishes what it says in the title that it's a fucking good movie? No.
I mean, Highlander, he's obviously French, right? But he's a Scottish man who's being taught by another immortal played by a Scottish man who's from Egypt.
Like, they're bad movies, okay? Now, whether you like them or not.
It starts off with professional wrestling and a beheading in a car park place, you know, parking lot.
No. Anyway.
Perfect movie.
My point is, I'm not going to tell you what
he's
to
from
like.
Highland. He's from the Highlands.
But shut the fuck up. But they're not good. Okay.
It's not good. It's a classic.
It doesn't fucking matter. In order to be a classic, it just needs to be over 20 years old.
Right. Agree to disagree on this one. Okay, like we're discussing Highlander.
Like Highlander's not good. Okay. Like
Agree to disagree.
if you want to watch it, that's your opinion, man.
It's
And
not just
opinion
my opinion,
is
it's the opinion of,
only
I believe
subjective up to a
PBS
point.
no, USA put an entire show about it that did not star Christopher Lambert for a good like 6 years. They have like a fucking billion sequels.
Look, it's not my fault that people like bad shit. Okay.
I don't think it's their fault either.
Like, I think it's like your
I mean, you're
guys'
talking about
fault
classic movies
for
that
liking it so
alienated
much.
everybody. You're like, you know who else sucks? God.
He does suck, you know? Like, if I believed in God, like to begin with, he would suck too. He would be the shittiest person because, like, look at what you've caused, man.
I never got that either. They're like, hey man, you gotta love that big old wizard in the sky, but don't like that guy down there. That's the bad guy. And I'm like, but didn't he create the bad guy? Why would he create the bad guy?
Yeah.
Just for conflict to keep himself busy? Was he bored?
Like,
This fucking like this multi-dimensional being's just bored.
balance my ass.
I don't know. I find theology.
I say
kind of funny,
he's
too.
towing the lever.
I mean, well, here's the thing too, is that like just the availability to think that about like metaphysics and the afterlife and shit like that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
So I'm not discounting it.
Hey, I don't know. You know,
That's
like,
above my pay grade. I'm not supposed to know that. There's
like
a lot of
me
shit in this world that I'm not
personally,
supposed to know about.
I'm an atheist, so I can joke, you know, and
I'm
stuff.
like
and I can-
agnostic. Like I don't give a fuck.
So, like, but you believe what you want to believe, like.
It's above my pay grade. I figure like if there is, I don't remember anything before this, so I don't expect to remember anything after this. So I'm pretty much like, this is it, you know. But just the fact that you can think about it's kind of cool. I find that entertaining. So I don't like
You know,
subscribe
but
to
I'm not
theories, but I think it's
disregarding the
cool.
possibility of
Just the fact that we
of,
can
you
think about
know,
it's kind of cool, you know.
different things happening.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, like with anything, like you want to kind of have like some sort of evidence that says like, oh, this happened or that
Well, that's
happened.
ego. That's the person's ego. It's like, I was here, so I'm going to stake my claim. Here's my claim, it's staked. Yada yada yada. You know, easy breezy, beautiful cover roll.
I don't know. I mean, like with the whole afterlife and thing, I think it's really like, you know, it's a sweet story.
It's nice. It's nice to think about.
It's
But I
nice.
don't think it's real.
I don't think it's real, you know. I think
But it is but the fact that
convenient
we're
for
able to
people
think
to
about
have.
also the fact that we're able to think about it gives that power over a lot of people, in which case they utilize that, you know. They're in like the 1800s, and like the reason that we actually have years where it's like AD, right? It's like, oh, the year is 2021. It's like, really? After what? The death of Christ, the death of a person who didn't exist? Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah.
That's how we tell time.
Yeah.
But what was the worst year of all time? 2020? They're like, yeah, but did Jesus tell you that? No, that's just, he died like 2000 something years ago. Oh, great. That's how we tell time. We also tell time by our digital watches too, and our phones. It's like if I asked you what time it is, you would look at your phone and be like, oh, it's like 3:30 something, you know, whatever. Or in your time zone, it'd be like more like what, like 2:30,
1:30.
right?
It's 1:30.
1:30? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours ahead of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the things that like you get to a point where you start to realize that like this is how we tell time. When time to you is completely different than your neighbor who's, I hope you're following me. Okay. Time to you is different than your neighbor who lives in the same complex as you or whatever. And then there's me who's talking to you right now 2 hours in the future.
Yes.
Fucking nuts, man. Time's relative, man. Time is a construct of man.
Technically, you know, it's first, it's kind of
I'm
a
glad that we're getting into the deep conversations because this is like the sort of shit that people are gonna be
The
chiming in
only-
about. They're gonna be like,
only
"What the
thing
hell am I
that
listening to
makes-
these guys about?" It's like I thought they were talking about fucking
Okay,
John
So,
Carpenter.
whoa. Okay, so I was actually watching a podcast last night. Watching and listening
Who is it?
to
Joe Rogan?
Neil deGrasse Tyson speak.
Ooh, yeah, Star Talk.
Okay, so and he was talking to Joe Rogan. I watch that sometimes. Like I like his perspective, you know, he's pretty much
Very open-minded.
yeah, in that sense. And I've seen some really good interviews, like the one with Bernie Sanders and I was watching this one last night. And the only reason I bring this up, and I only say that the only reason that time is really relative is for it's in its regards to its relationship with gravity, and that's how it is that actually exists in our world, in our day-to-day world. Okay,
Yeah.
because time, gravity is basically like totally linked to us sticking on the ground.
I'll tell you what, man. Like I was telling this to
It's not something that we,
I was telling
humans
this to my
just
mom.
fabricate.
I was telling this to my mom the other day. She's gonna be on the podcast later. But I was telling this to her the other day was that like if I throw a football, I'm basically time traveling. Because gravity is what's keeping it down, but it's actually moving forward through time.
Yes.
Strange. So it's like you could take a loaf of bread, carry it to your car. That's time traveling.
Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's like in there, and I don't.
And that bread is also a time
I'm
travel.
not studied on it, but essentially, like
A loaf of bread is a time traveler. It's like you're
it's
like
because of like
your car.
the mass of the sun and the earth dependent on our rotation
Mhm.
all gives like play to why we have this relative time gravity like continuum kind of
Like
thing.
I could tell I like if I was talking to my girlfriend or something like that, I'd be like, hey, she's like, you haven't called me back in like an hour. And I'm like, well, it's an hour to you. To me, it's been like 5 minutes.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way.
No,
Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, I'm an idiot. I just but
like there like in order for there to be
this is why none of my relationships work. Just like she's like, yeah, I told you call me back in an hour. Took you like 3 days.
okay, my point is if time wasn't relative and it wasn't linked to gravity,
Mhm.
you would fly off the fucking earth.
Well, if gravity didn't exist, then yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
And-
time is a man-made construct because time is
No.
something.
It's
It's
not
not?
because it's direct. I mean, it's not a man-made construct because it's directly linked to how we're fucking sticking on the ground.
Listen, Isaac. I
Okay.
don't have time to get into your Newtons.
Like this is all I'm saying. Like, I mean,
You know, there's
I'm
still
not,
people out. You know, there's still people out there that don't believe that we're on.
I'm not read on the specifics.
I don't know
and,
if you.
like,
I don't know. I don't know if you've. I don't know if you've read this yet, Nikki. But the world is flat. Yeah.
anyway,
I mean, you'd show me different. Okay.
my point is that like gravity as a concept is based on time.
Okay.
Okay. Like it's totally linked. We can't exist in the way that we exist.
Bro,
Without-
like if we tag this one with like flat earth conversation, it's like you're just
Like it just
what if we just sat here and just fucked with people and just talked about like, the world is flat, and you're gonna be like, fuck you.
like it's just like
You're taking the piss out of me, bro. Like, there's no way that you could possibly think that. Some people think
I know. Like I had a
I don't
training where I had I had a training at a job once, long time ago, shitty job. Anyway,
all jobs are shitty
and-
if you don't do them right.
yeah, and my trainer was a flat earther. So annoying.
Oh shit. Crohn's disease?
It's
I've
like
seen a
from
lot of
Jamaica.
commercials about that.
Huh?
Overlived colitis.
What
Crohn's
the
disease?
fuck are you talking about?
There's a lot of commercials. Anyways, go on.
Anywho, no man, like
If we look this way,
This-
it looks like I'm looking at you. Like I'm plugging it.
it's
People
just
would-
simply this, bro. Is that you're saying that time is relative, like that could conceivably exist, but then that would mean that gravity wouldn't exist, and so
You know
we would
that
have
I don't know if you're aware of like quantum mechanics at all, and I'm not trying to get too far off
Or-
topic. I don't think we actually have a topic, but quantum mechanics, quantum physics, it says that there is a fourth dimension, and that's what we conceive as time.
yeah.
So if you have the fourth dimension, you have 4 dimensions, in which case one of these, there could be a being that exists in these dimensions, which case that would be your time traveler. But to us, it would look like a blob. Like it just looked like
Yeah,
like a rip.
no, and
It would
and
just
I
look like a
think
ripple.
all these things are
Now, I don't know if you see
conceivable.
that happen or not. Now, I'm not saying that I've seen a fourth dimensional being, because they can't even show themselves to us. Like our reality bubble is like so many. There
mean,
are beings
look.
that are able to travel through.
What I'm saying is that yes, that's a conceivable possibility.
I mean, that's what it
And
is. I mean, like that's
not
what it
only
is. The
that,
snake eating
but-
its own tail. The number 8,
Yeah.
my number, like that I was such a diva about when I played fucking soccer, and I used to bully kids because I wasn't number 8. It's the snake eating its own tail. It's everything.
anyway,
Infinite. So, our minds can't grasp it though.
Point
Our,
being
our minds cannot
that-
grasp infinity.
could there be a reality where time is relative? And could there be a different formula or different concept of gravity? Yes, all
Absolutely.
of that's possible.
Absolutely.
But it's not the facts.
Well,
okay?
no. I'm saying like dimensionally.
Dimensionally, it could be.
Yeah. I mean, like, but what we know from our science is that solar systems have gravity, and there are a bunch of universes, and they all have like a genesis that starts with it. Ours happens to be something revolving around a big giant imploded star.
Yes, but again, like gravity is very much based on time, so that's why I
It's crazy
say
how like it's crazy how like we
That's why
know
I'm
that,
saying-
and like
that's why I
movies like
say
Star
that-
Wars are so big, which don't make any sense at all.
all I'm saying is that
Conceptually, Star Wars is a great movie, right? Wait, you never
it's
liked
got-
Star Wars.
I think look,
Wait,
in
but you never liked
general,
Star Wars though. You told me yourself that the Star Wars movies sucked.
like okay, here's what I'll tell you is that the
You're
concept
also alienating all
Hey,
of our viewers at this moment.
shut up. Hey,
So tell me more about how Star Wars sucks, Nick.
like sure, not a problem. I'm gonna tell you the way that it sucks, okay,
Yeah.
is that its story and its concept is really good, but the films have not been
The
produced.
Joseph Campbell, Arthurian.
Specific films have not done justice to the story.
So you're saying you didn't like the sequels?
I'm saying that in general, the films have not done justice to them.
They should
I
have just
mean,
stopped
the
at
best
one.
out of all of them have been the originals, of course.
You would say
But-
they should have just stopped at one
No.
because
That's
Empire
not
Strikes
one.
Back would be left out. It's the greatest sequel of all
I mean,
time.
they probably should have stopped at
Or
3.
Highlander 2. Sorry.
They
There's
should
three.
have stopped at 3, but regardless of that point, I don't think that even the first 3 ultimately did justice to the story.
Okay.
You know,
So
like
you're saying that things weren't tied up very neatly in Return of the
I
Jedi.
just think that they could have been
So
better.
much so that they had to make like another like 6 movies.
Like I just think that the movies are not doing the story justice.
Okay.
They're
No, I
not-
mean, dude,
they weren't
Jedi's just
that-
a bunch of Muppets anyway. Who cares?
They weren't that great from the get-go. Like the story is phenomenal.
Like
The
Ewoks?
concept is phenomenal.
There was an
but-
Ewoks movie too. That's not part of canon.
I know. I've seen them all.
I don't know why people don't talk about that Ewoks movie. I need to fucking talk about that on my podcast. I'm gonna be like, let's everyone vote. Should we talk about Ewoks?
But my point is that, like, you know, that in general there could have been way better movies done for the Star Wars like saga, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, there could have been a whole movie about Wookiees. Oh wait, no, that was the Christmas special.
That's like Godfather status, like fucking story.
Sorry about that clock. It just goes off there also.
You
I could put
know,
it on Beatles songs, but
like
I hate the Beatles.
it could have been
Beatles.
phenomenally told, but it was not.
Are you a Beatles
I mean,
fan? Do you
literally-
like the Beatles or no?
Yeah. Okay.
I hate the Beatles.
No, but
My old guitar player used to put the Beatles on, and I'd be like, "Turn that fucking shit off." he's like, "Oh, you hate the Beatles? But maybe you'll like this song." I'm like, "I hate all their fucking songs. Fuck the Beatles." Hey, we all got opinions.
Yeah, but they could have done way better. They could have done way better on
I like
all
the
the
monkeys
movies
more. That's
for
me.
Star Wars. There could have been a phenomenal fucking
I don't like
like.
the monkeys more than Star Wars. Star Wars.
What the fuck are you talking about? The monkeys, the Beatles, the
You know the
fucking
monkeys made a
Muppets?
movie?
What?
Head. I don't know if you ever seen it. You ever seen it? The Monkeys movie? That's
No.
the Beatles? You sure? It's a Monkeys movie. No. All right, let me look this up. Mom just chimed in and said I'm wrong. And I can't have that. Movie. Head. Yep, that was the Monkeys, 1968. Damn, I'm fucking good. In your face, Mom. Anyway,
What's your point?
not sure what my point is. Oh, you're thinking of what is that? The Long Day's Night. That's what you're thinking of. Head was this fucking tripped out movie because the Monkeys never wrote their own music, right?
Yeah.
So they started feeling like they were being creatively stifled. And in which case, they were like, yeah, well, you haven't created anything. So there you are. And so they were like, you know what? We're going to make a movie. And this will be our artistic representation of what we're doing. And they made a movie called Head, where they're all the monkeys doing like tripped out shit, like where they're floating through each other's brains and they're doing monkey skits. And it's ridiculously stupid. I love that movie to death. But yeah, that was how they tried to stake their claim their stake as actual artists, and failed miserably. Everyone was like, dude, just do your monkey thing. You're the monkeys because you're a monkey. You're a monkey in a zoo. You're like, you have no real creative process here. Just go do that. And they were like, no, you know what? No, we're going to make something that's going to blow your mind. And it sucked. So there you are.
Yeah. Well, I can say that happens.
You just heard my rant about Head. And I usually love Head. I just hated this one. Anyways, yeah. So Long Days, Nights, the one you're thinking of, Mom.
The Beatles did a bunch of movies.
Beatles were in a bunch of movies.
The Beatles did a bunch of movies.
They made a bunch.
Huh?
Yellow Submarine. Is that one?
They did Yellow Submarine. They
Was
did
that a movie?
Mystery Tour. They did Hard Day's Night. They have like
No,
4
Hard
or
Day's
5
Night's the
movies.
one that everybody says they watched because it's like an actual documentary.
You know, like that. They did like I think like 4 or 5 movies.
They do one. Did they do one for Sergeant Pepper?
They did Sergeant Pepper's. They didn't. Okay. They
Yeah,
did
I don't
Sergeant-
know these movies because I don't give a fuck. So,
yeah, so.
so I'm asking you.
And then Pink Floyd did, of course, like, you know, The Wall, and did more also.
Okay.
With
They did The Wall too.
what?
They're
No.
in the Wall? No,
I'm
were
saying
they in
Pink
The Wall?
Floyd did.
Yeah, but
did-
were they in? They weren't in it though.
No, but they had a big
Oh,
participation.
so they were
in
like
the-
producers.
Yeah, in the creation
Oh,
of
no
that
shit,
film.
Yeah.
The same
I
thing.
used to love The Wall when I was a kid.
And then, have you ever seen? I'll show you. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
bring it up for everybody. Hopefully the people will watch this if there's anybody still watching. Those are some wild pictures though, man. I mean, 40 of max. An odd picture. I like it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That world. You all right, Mom? Okay. Pollen allergy issues.
Yeah, and this was another one that was like the whole thing was scored by Pink Floyd.
More. Oh.
It's kind of cool, like, and
cool.
Barbette Schroeder, like, he's cool. Like, this guy's done some pretty cool stuff, like back in the day.
Barfly. No shit. Dude, I was just talking about that with the smell.
You know, this guy was in the Nouvelle Vague, like kind of fucking a little later than the Nouvelle Vague.
Oh, single white
movement.
female? Is that single white female? He did that one?
Yeah,
No shit, dude.
yeah.
That's my
This
favorite
movie
Jennifer
is
Jason
not
movie.
fucking.
Well, no.
I know this is like a lot of people are
What
like,
about
"Oh, this
numbers?
movie sucks." I thought this movie was kind of cool.
I've never seen that.
in its concept.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Yeah, like so.
Can you play the trailer?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, play the trailer. This is cool because like we don't. I mean, we're not the only time that we're able to play trailers on the podcast is when I hold my phone up to the microphone. You know.
You cannot live fully without embracing crime.
Shit.
A
Yeah,
pact
this could be like a thing for us
requires
too, man. We could just sit here and watch trailers and just Talk shit.
On 3.
Yeah,
1,
for sure.
2, 3.
Oh, it's Gosling, right?
Systematic derangement.
Gosling when he was young and Sandra Bullock and Michael Pitt.
Given the sloppy nature of the crime scene, they'll have their work cut out.
So this was the movie that launched Ryan Gosling, right? Well,
Yeah, kind of.
yeah,
Looks
like this was the one that everyone was like,
Don't call
oh,
attention.
we need to pay attention to who this kid is.
Where were you last Thursday night?
I was with the study group.
Really?
Well, I want you to know that I'm going to cooperate in any way that I can. Whoever is more powerful will dominate. No fingerprints, no murder weapon. He doesn't fit the profile.
Yeah, the profile doesn't fit the profile. I've been trying to find Olivia's killer.
Who the hell is Olivia? You're supposed to be identifying with the killer, not the victim.
Hello?
Well, anything about us?
I think these kids did this. I think they're not even hiding it, and I think they want us to know.
So then the question is, how'd you pick the victim?
Richard killed her, didn't he, Justin?
I think it was Justin. They have nothing. They have nothing on me. Stick together and stay calm until this is over. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I know how they did it. We have opportunity, now we need motive.
Just one last thing to do and then we're home free. Did I get you?
Huh. Yeah, I need to watch that one. That's like one of those like you like those kind of movies though. You like the mystery, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like I mean mystery is cool, but I mean I never got into it. You know what my favorite Ryan Gosling movie is though? It's a movie that he did with Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor called Stay. That was my favorite Ryan Gosling movie of all time. I mean, like a lot of people love Driver, and Driver's cool and everything, but you know, I think, dude, Stay was an amazing movie. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see it?
No.
No? You should watch that one, man. It was marketed as a psychological thriller, which it is. So you're not sure if it's a ghost story, but the whole like the reveal at the end like is like, oh, it's like one of those Jacob Ladder kind of scenario thing.
One sec.
Great movie though. Oh, for anyone else, this is just for help. An apple. You know the cliche. You know, smoke an apple. Don't go to the dentist. I don't know. That's not a cliche.
Yeah, so
So anyways, all right, well, I'm gonna jump off real quick because I gotta finish up my notes for One Cut of the Dead.
okay.
And I'm gonna post this up to YouTube, and
Cool.
and we'll see if it gets any traction, in which case we'll just do like live feeds and have people talk to us while we're, you know, talking shit.
Yeah, like we should set up like next week, like, you know, at
Yeah.
around like noon.
I'm not sure what my schedule is gonna be at work. I know that like it's gonna be changing up a little bit, but Sundays are usually my Sunday fun days. So it's usually
Okay.
when we do this when we do the podcast, so we can do this beforehand, and you know, be cool.
Yeah, let's set up like, because I think today was more like getting used to it, you know, seeing if everything's good. And then like maybe we should just wait until next week, like to post it.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. And then I'll post it to YouTube, but I'll just like make it just for you to see, so that you can see like what I'm seeing, and then we'll just roll from there. Because hopefully when you were sharing the screen, that's what recorded.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so. Yeah. Anyway, so that's like where I'm at. Like I'm like, I just want to see what it's like. In which case, I'll post it to the page, and I'll just say that you're the only person that can see it.
Okay, awesome.
And then if we think it's cool enough, we'll release it later on or something.
Yeah, just send me the link.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, brother.
See you, brother.
All right, take it easy.
Later.